Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at the top 50 scariest videos of 2022. All the videos shown are ones I already featured in my videos this year. Also, all of these videos were uploaded by their respective owners in 2022, so if there's a video you think was snubbed, then it might be because that particular video was uploaded before 2022. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the new videos coming out in 2023. And please leave a like on this video. Thank you guys so much for all the support this year. It means more than you know. So, with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this very long and scary compilation. Let's begin. Francesca Batuis posted the following clip to her TikTok account a while ago and seems to showcase her and a friend participating in the always popular Bloody Mary challenge. For those who are unaware, in order to do this challenge, one must repeat the name Bloody Mary in front of a mirror 3 times, and it is said that she will appear. What happens next depends on which version of the urban legend you are told. Many have done this game, and Francesca is just one of them. Throughout the video, all actually seem to be going relatively well. However, that all changes in the blink of an eye. As Francesca makes her way through a long corridor, she notices something heart-stopping that causes her to freeze up. Take a look.
Ascolta, dobbiamo andare a vedere che cazzo erano quei rumori. Vai tu.
Non vieni con me?
Io starei qua.
Sì, ma fra
Ascolta, vai
da sola.
fai un attimo di sopra.
Vabbè.
Dai.
No, qua non c'è niente. Che cazzo è? Cazzo. Oddio. Vai via, Fra!
A creepy figure can be seen moving down the hallway, which obviously frightens the uploader, causing her to end the recording right then and there, perhaps out of sheer terror and panic. To this day, she's not 100% sure what this entity is, but many believe it to be Bloody Mary, given the challenge that her and her friend performed. It could obviously also be a hoax. But if this video is genuine, then it is just further proof that you should never play this game under any circumstances, unless you want to be haunted for the rest of your life. A Reddit user named Genuine Intrigue posted an extremely creepy and eerie video to the ghost subreddit just a little over 5 months ago, and ever since then it has been the subject of much debate and speculation, as you will see why in just a moment. The video in question seems to be some sort of security camera footage filmed in the uploader's backyard late at night, and starts off simple enough. There doesn't seem to be anything creepy happening here, at least not for a bit. But then, in just a matter of seconds, something absolutely terrifying happens that has been freaking out the homeowner ever since he reviewed the footage the next morning and saw what he ended up capturing. Take a look. If you look hard enough, you should be able to make out what appears to be some sort of ghostly apparition slowly walking across the uploader's backyard before it ultimately disappears into thin air. By taking a look at the figure, it's apparent that it looks like a ghostly figure, which it seems everyone in the comments agrees upon. But is it real? To this day, this eerie video has not been explained, and it looks like it may never be. A man named Chris runs a popular YouTube channel, Urbex Hill, which typically consists of uploads relating to him exploring creepy and abandoned places, many of which are haunted. However, this following video, published to his channel just over a month ago, is not paranormal in nature whatsoever. It is simply an outright scary and disturbing video that will make your skin crawl. In the video, Chris ventures out to explore the abandoned and historic Westinghouse electric factory located in Cleveland, Ohio. As he walks around through the factory, he finds that the place is in complete shambles and has certainly seen better days. But he also makes a terrifying discovery in the process.
This place is so wet. Oh, scared the fuck out of me. Yo. You need some help, bro? Yo. Fuck that. He's not even responding. I'm gonna leave him alone. Get the fuck out of his way.
As he turns the corner, Chris makes an audible gasp as he spots what appears to be a homeless man crouched in the corner, who either doesn't notice Chris or decides not to pay any attention to him. 10 minutes later, you can make out something else on the left side of the screen that Chris seemingly did not notice at the time.
Let's keep going. There's a lot of bats down here too, damn. Let's keep going. There's a lot of bats down here too, damn. There's a lot of bats down here too, damn.
A couple of minutes later, while exploring an especially run-down section of the building, Chris is shocked by a discovery that makes him stop dead in his tracks, frozen in terror. Take a look.
Oh shit. Oh look. Damn, there's a bunch of homeless people down here.
A few minutes go by before Chris eventually decides to leave and call it a day, which was probably for the best. Although these people may have been harmless, it is definitely not something you should ever wait around to find out for sure. ILM and Barno Paranormal is a popular YouTube channel that frequently uploads videos of them exploring various abandoned places from around the world and conducting frightening paranormal investigations, many of which have chilled their fanbase to the core. In this particular video, published to their channel on May 2nd, 2022, ILMN ventures out to an underground shelter, which has definitely seen better days as evidenced by the footage he was able to film. In the clip, we watch as the cameraman wanders around the halls of the underground shelter, searching for anything of interest, but for a while comes up with absolutely nothing. All he sees around him is the dark and grimy halls, which have been abandoned and forgotten long ago. But at around the 3.5 minute mark, something quite creepy happens that catches the cameraman off guard. Take a look. Afterward, the man proceeds to investigate other areas of the shelter, most likely with his heart racing out of his chest due to what just happened to him.
Finom facilita los gastos empresariales. La app pone los pagos, facturas y contabilidad en sus manos. Transfiera, añada fondos y pague por...
Moments ago. However, unfortunately for him, his heart won't be able to catch a break too much longer because he is in for yet another scare.
1968. Interesting. No way, I just saw it.
Toward the end of the video, the uploader is shown walking in a more tight and narrow area of the shelter, which most likely added to the uploader's nightmare fuel. And unfortunately for him, there is about to be even more fuel added.
I'm going into the...
Not long after this, the uploader proceeds to make his way out of the building as fast and as safely as he can, luckily making it out in one piece. However, had he stayed in there even just a little bit longer, there is truly no telling what horrible things could have happened to him. Luckily, we don't have to find out what. I'm proud to reveal the next design in the cryptid collection, Bigfoot. I love the design and I hope that you do too. So if you want to support the channel and get yourself an awesome piece of merch, go to bonfire.com/BigfootLimited. If you ever wanted me to narrate a sentence you wrote, now is your chance. I will be handpicking 10 random viewers that buy a Bigfoot shirt and narrate almost anything you'd want. You'll be contacted using the email you purchased with. The Bigfoot campaign will be running for 14 days. Be sure to get yours at bonfire.com/BigfootLimited before it's too late. Thank you so much for your support. There's sort of an unspoken agreement of sorts that cornfields are a little creepy. We aren't necessarily sure why, but there's just something about them that's ripe for fear. Which is probably why so many different horror movies have scenes that take place in them. The following video, uploaded by TikTok user Casey Dusted, shows that our fears of cornfields are not unfounded. The caption says that a farmer a couple of miles down the road from Casey sent over the video in question. The farmer has also allegedly been hearing strange things during the night. Take a look at the eerie video and make sure that you have the volume on your speakers turned up.
Hello? Hello?
As you can hear, a strange giggling noise is seemingly coming from somewhere in the cornfield. Although the farmer can be seen trekking his way through the fields in search of the source of the giggling, the video abruptly ends after he says hello. To this day, nobody is quite sure exactly what could be heard in the cornfield that day, or who the voice belonged to. What do you think about this particular clip? Who was in the fields that day? Let me know your theories in the comments below. A TikTok user named Jaina0992 uploaded this short but nonetheless interesting video to his account, which starts off with utter chaos as we hear a couple of people in the background screaming. It is presumed that they are looking at something that's freaking them all out, but we don't really get a good look at what it is right away. The uploader points his camera in the direction of the thing before it eventually makes an appearance. Take a look.
No. Vamos a alumbrar qué es, no, Juan. Un niño, es como un niño llorando, como un niño llorando. Niño, no, la ¡Ey! ¿Qué es eso?
Out of nowhere, a small creature can be seen hobbling away, which just causes the crowd of people surrounding it to freak out and scream even harder than before, absolutely horrified as to what they just witnessed. Many people believe that this may be an El Duende, a humanoid figure of folklore with variations from Iberian, Ibero-American and Filipino cultures, comparable to dwarves, gnomes or leprechauns. Did this TikTok user actually end up filming proof of the El Duende existing, or is this just a weird looking animal that nobody knows of yet? Either way, the crowd's reaction definitely made it seem like it wasn't a hoax. With the release of this year's Nope, it seems as though many people are getting back into the swing of things when it comes to investigating the existence of UFOs and alien life. One of the many people who have allegedly come into close contact with a UFO is the brother of this Reddit user named Omg2230. Omg says that when he first saw the footage, he was understandably pretty freaked out by it all. The Reddit user asked him for all the details and his brother sent him the footage. Quote, I recorded this on my Sony Xperia 5 in East Kilbride, Scotland, on 10th of September 2022 at 8 PM. There are two objects in the sky moving at a steady speed. They were not massive, I reckon about the size of a Jeep, maybe twice that size at most. Definitely smaller than a plane and a lot bigger than a drone. They had no lights, no wings, no windows and no propellers. They also were completely silent. The objects looked a lot bigger in real life. In the video, the objects appear to be black, but in real life they had a similar color to a cloud, not quite white but not quite grey. They looked to have a sphere or tic-tac shape. They looked solid and metallic. They seemed to have some smoke coming out of them sometimes, but it was hard to know if it was just them moving through clouds, causing an effect that looked like smoke. In terms of height, they were flying about twice the height of a typical city building, definitely lower than a plane would travel in. End quote.
See that? What the f*** is that? There's two of them. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? I don't know what the hell that is. Where's the other one? I don't know where the other one is. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Right, just look at this one then. What is that? What in the name of is that? It's probably like, it's really low, so it's about the height of a building. So it's not like up in the sky. What in the name of hell? What is that? Right, so there's two. Where's this? I don't know where the second one's went. Right, I'm just going to focus on this one. There was two. Oh no, there is like. Where is it? There's a second.
By watching the footage, the strange objects in the sky certainly don't appear to be anything of the ordinary. They appear to be something much more fascinating. Of course, we also have to put a lot of trust in the videographer here, because obviously we weren't there to see this video be filmed. But I'm curious, what do you make of this video? Did this person end up filming legitimate proof of the existence of aliens? Were these two objects in the sky something much less sinister? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Signs and Signals is a rapidly growing paranormal investigation channel on YouTube, and it's for a good reason. Their videos are almost always loaded with tons of incredibly creepy moments, and it seems as if with each video of theirs, things get more and more terrifying. In this particular upload, the group heads on out to an allegedly haunted place known as the House That Knocks, which surprisingly enough looks to be in relatively good condition, all things considered. But that does not mean that the house isn't creepy, because it most certainly is, as you're about to see. Throughout the vast majority of the video, we follow the crew as they make their way through the house, proceeding to check every room. They don't seem to find anything for a long while, so they eventually decide to make an effort to contact any potential spirits in the house by using a debug box. And sure enough, it doesn't take long at all for things to start hitting the fan as the crew proceeds to hear this unsettling noise somewhere nearby.
What the f, dude?
Where is that coming from? Is that from upstairs or?
I think it's coming from the attic.
Did you? Dude, the closet door's closed. I didn't close the closet.
Are you sure you didn't close that closet?
I swear I didn't close the closet.
You're
What the f, dude? Dude is spinning, man. How did they get from up there to down there and not like fall into pieces?
Dude, what the f, man?
I didn't know if they even played music. Man, you crazy for going in there.
What am I supposed? We can't just run from this. People give us so much for this.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool and all for a fun, yeah, cool, but not cool at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
As you can see, the music box was the source of the eerie noise they had been hearing, but obviously the big question is, how in the world did this music box start playing seemingly all by itself? We obviously know that music boxes are incapable of doing that, meaning somebody or something must have wound it up and then left. Another interesting thing to point out is that this same music box could be seen at around the 5.5 minute mark in the video, albeit in a different place. Although at this point the crew is undoubtedly growing more and more scared by the second, they continue on with their investigation, which proves to be a mistake, as they soon come into contact with something terrifying.
Yeah, look, how did that thing turn on? Like, straight up, bro. That's some... I ain't messing with you. Look, how did that thing turn on? Like, yeah, look, how did that thing turn on? Like, yeah, look, how did that thing turn on?
They didn't see it at the time of the recording, but right behind one of the men you can make out what appears to be a strange shadow-like figure lurking in the darkness, almost as if it's waiting for its next victim. It's just a good thing that the folks over at Signs and Signals managed to get out soon after, or else who knows what kind of terrifying things could have happened to them.
En 2050, una de cada 4 personas en Europa tendrá más de 65 años. La población mayor aumenta, porque la esperanza de vida crece. Pero otras cosas también aumentan. Aumentan las creencias erróneas que provocan discriminación a las personas mayores.
Over on Reddit, a user named RegularJoe500 uploaded a creepy video that was recorded on a security camera outdoors, providing a bit of context along the way, stating, quote, "A horse died in this pasture beside my house a couple years ago. There are currently no animals in this pasture. The horse was black. This one appears to be white." End quote. So with that out of the way, let's take a look and see what Joe is talking about. As you can see, if you take a good look at the background, a strange white horse can be seen walking along the pasture, before the video eventually shuts off without any sort of explanation. So what do you think is happening here? The horse in the video definitely appears to be a little bit ghostly, although it could be something easily explainable, such as another horse wandering around nearby that ended up walking into the frame of the camera. But Joe is sure that no horses were in the pasture. Regardless, I will let you be the judge. The following video, posted to TikTok by a woman going by the username WhitMarie1, looks like a wholesome and innocent video on the surface. In it, we hear Whitney trying to get her horses' attention, who are all too busy relaxing outside to hear their owner. It only takes Whitney a couple of seconds to realize that her horses are stopped still and looking at something. Naturally curious, Whitney proceeds to look around and scan the area for any sign of what her horses are so captivated by. Although she doesn't initially notice anything, that changes relatively quickly.
Taxi. Hey.
Out of nowhere, a deep and menacing voice can be heard coming from somewhere nearby saying "hey," before just a couple of seconds later, the same voice produces an incredibly unsettling laugh. In the description of the upload, Whitney says that the entire incident left her completely speechless, and it seems as if the commenters on the post are as equally confused as she is. Was this some sort of demonic entity roaming around the area, trying to startle her? Was it just a prank? Or was this a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Imagine you're in the McDonald's drive-thru at night, simply trying to get some food and go home for the rest of the night. But what ends up happening instead is you find yourself in the middle of a genuinely terrifying situation. That's exactly what happened to a woman on TikTok named Chrissy, who says that while in the drive-thru, this disturbed person attempted to open up every single door on her vehicle.
So this person just tried to get in my car a few times. Luckily, all of the doors are locked. No, don't fucking do it. No. Yeah. Still locked. What the fuck?
Thankfully, all the doors ended up being locked. It's tough to think about what could have possibly happened to Chrissy had even one of the doors been unlocked, waiting for this disturbed individual to simply enter the vehicle. The following video was published to TikTok in March of 2022 by a user named MrFender76. In the footage, we see the uploader wander around through a forest during the middle of the night, where he is surrounded by nothing but pure darkness. He starts to talk to the camera and demonstrates just how bright his brand new flashlight is and calls it amazing, implying that he is about to go explore the forest even deeper. A moment later, he picks his camera back up off the ground, but at this point, things have already gotten terrifying. Take a close look.
Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these...
If you missed it, I don't blame you. A creepy arm can be seen wrapped around a tree on the right hand side of the screen farther back, but it pulls away as soon as the lights turn on. Do you see it now? Understandably, this video has creeped out many who have seen it, and it seems as if nobody can come up with a concrete explanation as to what this could have been. The arm appears to be long and lanky, causing some to speculate that this could belong to that of a humanoid creature, which definitely seems likely. However, it is also possible that this was just a hoax. Whatever the case may be, there's no denying that this would be one of the last things you would want to see in the forest late at night. Even if you yourself are not a patient, a hospital is never a fun place to be. There is just something so oddly discomforting about being inside one of these buildings, and it is a fear that millions of people all around the world have. This video, posted in May of 2022 by a Reddit user named Bored Guy Online, shows us that sometimes there are legitimately terrifying things that can be found while inside of a hospital. In the video, we watch as the uploader walks around the hospital, which looks to have long corridors and an eerie atmosphere. As the video goes on, second by second, we watch the uploader wander around through the corridors, which seems innocent enough. Sure, the place looks creepy, but there isn't actually anything creepy lingering inside. Or is there? For just a brief second, you can see what appears to be some sort of ghost or shadow figure walk out of the door, while the uploader passes right on by before stopping and doing a double take, surely not believing what his eyes saw. To this day, nobody's quite sure what exactly was captured on that footage that day, and the uploader has not come forward with any new pieces of evidence to support this video. For now, it will have to remain an unsolved mystery. Douglas Windsor McLoney III has a pretty standard looking Instagram account. If you were to be scrolling around on your Instagram and you happen to stumble upon his account, you probably wouldn't think twice about it. By taking a quick look at what he posts, you will quickly find out that he posts some relatively random stuff, but seeing as how he is a chef, he typically posts photos and videos of his food, which certainly makes sense. However, there's one video on Douglas's account that definitely stands out like a sore thumb among the rest. The video, which was posted a little over a week ago to his Instagram, shows security camera footage recorded outside of Douglas' home and shows a genuinely terrifying visitor that he did not invite. Take a look.
You see his face clearly, right there.
A strange, gangly figure can be seen slowly walking around the outside of Douglas' home while hunched over. The figure in question appears to be incredibly pale and seemingly featureless. Douglas quipped that this is his new friendly neighbor, but he's obviously quite freaked out by what he ended up filming on his security camera overnight. What do you think this terrifying figure is? Is this just a human with an extremely strange appearance? Is this something more sinister? Or is this just somebody messing with him? Let's hope it's the last option. As evidenced in the following video published to TikTok by username DinoNugget741, he definitely has quite a haunted house, or more particularly, a haunted basement. The video starts off with him walking down into the basement with his young son for some assistance in the investigation. As the pair head down further, they begin to hear some genuinely strange noises.
It's down here. We got it. You smell that? Oh, it smells like shit, bro. Oh, this way too. Stay close to me. Fuck.
Dino then makes his way into one of the corners of the basement, walking quietly and carefully so as not to disturb any potential spirits that may be angry inhabiting his basement, when all of a sudden a string of terrifying events occur. Take a look.
Connor, stop. What the fuck? Alright, we're gonna make a run for it. If it traps us, you're dying first. It's gonna just go. Shit. Hold on. Oh, shit, good. Oh, God. What? No. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
The two pause to take a bit of a breather before heading right back into their investigation, but that, of course, ends up proving to be a bad idea.
Break it. There's nothing there. Stay behind me. Stay right fucking behind me. This is a bad idea. Just chill out. Oh shit, it's still there. What the fuck are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
You got your phone?
No, I don't.
Even though what was captured was genuinely terrifying, it is quite remarkable how such a young kid was able to be so brave, because most kids of his age definitely wouldn't have been able to do what he did. Let's just hope that today this family's house is not plagued with spirits, and they are all able to live a happy, peaceful life together. This video from Peru showcases a woman filming something incredibly strange and creepy happening right down the street from her. Immediately, it becomes clear that this isn't just something ordinary.
¿Qué cosa es esa cosa, Dios mío? Es una persona. No, no es una persona. Es una persona doblada. ¿Pero qué es? Ay, madre, no. Está moviéndose raro. Diosito, Dios mío, ¿qué es eso? Ay, no. Pásame, por favor.
The video goes on and the figure materializes itself a bit more, seeming to look like some sort of scary humanoid creature. To this day, it's not exactly clear what it was that this TikToker saw that day, but many theories are online. Many seem to think that this is simply a person, but that in itself is pretty strange. What do you think this is? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This next video was published to the highly popular High Strangeness subreddit, which is essentially one big collection of all sorts of photos, videos, and stories relating to the paranormal, UFOs, ancient cultures, cryptozoology, anomalies, and other strange things. The video begins with a crowd of people talking in very loud and excited voices about something, before the camera pans up to reveal that they are all gathered there to look at what appears to be a UFO hovering not too far in the sky above them. What happens next is so fast that if you blink, you'll miss it. Watch this next part very carefully. Just as soon as it appears, the strange object in the sky can be seen darting out of view at an alarmingly high speed. If you go back and replay the video, you can see many people pointing at the object in the sky, tracing the object with their arms as it flies out of view. There's one man in the video wearing an orange and white hoodie who can be seen looking completely baffled a couple of seconds after the UFO flies out of sight. By all accounts, this footage definitely looks real. But what exactly were they looking at? Was it actually a UFO, and is this legitimate footage of their existence? Be sure to let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. Dark Ghost Paranormal is a super popular paranormal investigation YouTube channel that has garnered a big following throughout the years, thanks to their genuinely frightening videos where they explore some of the most haunted places imaginable. This video is no different. In the video, the group is exploring the scary location in question, and around the 10-minute mark, they get their first signal that they may not be as alone in there as they initially thought they were. Things seemingly slow down for a few minutes, but they pick right back up again, as evidenced by this horrifying moment at around the 13-minute mark. Take a look and see for yourself. As always in videos like this one, there's truly no shortage of horrifying moments that are sure to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Shortly after these creepy incidents, the group decides to leave and call it a day, which was most likely the best decision for their own safety. Let's just hope that they don't go back to this particular location in the future, so as to not agitate the spirits even further. UFOs are a topic of fascination for millions of people around the world who seem dead set on proving the existence of aliens. And despite the fact that we still haven't gotten any concrete answers, people still continue to believe and investigate. Even this year, we had an alien/UFO movie in the form of Jordan Peele's Nope. The following video posted to Reddit will make you believe in extraterrestrial life even more if you don't already. The footage in question was shot by a photographer named Carlos Franco, which shows him setting up his camera equipment in the middle of the night, ready to get a good shot of something up in the sky above him. What is it? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Amazingly, the object seen in Carlo's camera has a startling resemblance to that of a genuine alien UFO. Many people in the comment section of this video seem completely convinced of this video's authenticity. Others, however, believe that it could also be a drone, but no one has a definitive answer. It is definitely one of the more realistic looking videos relating to UFOs that you can find on the internet, which is why it has been gaining so much attention on the internet as of recently. What do you think? Is this legitimate footage of UFOs floating around in our world? If so, what do you think they want with us? Are they friend or foe? We may never know for sure. This woman on TikTok says that she swears that her and her brother hear what they believe is a skinwalker every single night, which is certainly something you wouldn't want to be hearing on a nightly basis. This time around, she decides to pull out her phone camera to see if she could manage to film one of the noises she hears every night on camera for the first time, to prove to the world that what she's hearing is real. Take a listen.
I'm determined to get it on video, dude. This is bullshit.
You're all very obviously blatantly hearing skinwalkers right
now. Dude, there's no way that this isn't getting this shit. You better be able to hear it on this.
It's not that loud.
Yeah, but
walk
still.
outside with ISIS J.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get it out there. That's ridiculous.
Help me!
Literally. Dude, there's no way. You gotta be hearing this shit. No. No fucking way. Oh my god.
Obviously blatantly hearing skinwalkers right now.
Jeez. Let's see if I can get it out there. That's ridiculous. You gotta be hearing this shit.
According to the uploader, she thinks it sounds like a very distorted man screaming "help me" or just loud, blood-curdling screams. She also says that this is the first clearly audible one she caught on video. What do you make of this freaky piece of footage? Was this TikToker actually hearing the terrifying sounds of a real-life skinwalker? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As a couple, married or not, moving in together is one of the happiest moments in your life. It signifies the very beginning of a brand new life that you will share with your significant other, and serves as the one place where all of your best memories will be made. It certainly should not be the place where nightmares are made, but sadly for this particular couple, that's exactly the case. A TikTok user named Lauren Shuklad shared this video stating that she was helping her friends move into their brand new house together when she noticed something absolutely terrifying that was definitely not supposed to be there. Have a look and see.
Go! Go!
Standing right behind the couple is what appears to be a lanky, dark shadow figure with glowing white eyes staring directly into the camera, staring directly at us, the viewer. To this day, nobody has any sort of idea as to what this creepy figure was or what it was doing in this couple's home. But let's just hope that whoever this couple is are living in peace and that that entity is not keeping them company. Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill has pretty much seen it all at this point. For years now, he has posted videos to his channel that focus on him exploring some of the creepiest abandoned buildings in the world, including churches, schools, libraries and more. In this particular video, published to his channel in April of 2022, Chris ventures out to explore some mysterious tunnels that prove to be more than he bargained for. In the description of the upload, Chris writes, quote, "Today I explored a mysterious tunnel and saw something strange. I took on one of the most dangerous explorations that I've ever attempted. Over the course of one whole day, I traversed more than 10 miles and a confusing and seemingly endless tunnel system hidden deep within the forest. As I entered the portal, I noticed it was oddly quiet and I began to have a strange feeling I was being watched. While I continued to explore deeper within the tunnels, I started to notice signs that I may not be alone, which led me to have one of the most terrifying encounters I've ever experienced. So with that context out of the way, let's get into it. At around the 18-minute mark, Chris is wandering around the tunnels when he suddenly pauses and looks to his right. What he sees next is absolutely pulse-pounding. Two incredibly fast creatures can be seen darting from around the corner before eventually retreating back into their hiding spots. Amazingly, if Chris did indeed see these two horrifying creatures, he didn't seem to be too bothered by them. About 20 minutes later, towards the end of the video, Chris is wandering down a terrifyingly dark corridor where the only thing he can hear is the sound of water rushing underneath his feet. But in just a moment, a new sound is added to the mix.
What the fuck? Did y'all hear that? Sound like somebody screaming.
A couple of minutes later, Chris is thankfully able to make it out of the tunnels in one piece. However, despite the fact that he made it out alive, there's no denying that there was certainly something viscous and terrifying waiting for him in the tunnels. Whatever it is, it's probably best that we don't ever find out.
John, there's two questions from the chat. I'm going to read the first one. It says on the first one on the SDR role evolution. It says you were a sales rep at Dell in early 2000. How have you seen this role evolve, and where do you think it's going, considering all the AI tools, augmentation coming to market?
That's a good question. I have a strong opinion on it. I do feel like, one, I'm a big believer that the SDR organization is the lifeblood of every business I've been a part of. Like, it is, if you've done correctly, it is the future, bench for talent. It becomes this great developmental role, which is really amazing. I think, for me, I think it's, I did SDR type roles in my past, and I would say, like, you get so much exposure to all the like hard parts of sales early, and you get a lot of the repetition, that you need to learn early, and you build structure and strategy early. And so anyways, I think it's a great role for future talent. And obviously it's, where, if you do it right, it's where all the sales conversations kind of begin, right? This is just such a great, important role here. And so, one, I'm a big believer that it's continuously, evolving, and it's
TikTok user Mafia300C uploaded a series of 3 different videos from varying angles to their account on August 28, 2022. That seems to showcase something legitimately unnerving in an office building window directly in front of him. The uploader can be seen filming an office building in front of him, which looks to be normal enough. Some of the lights are on, seemingly suggesting that people are still inside working. But as normal as this building may look, there's something genuinely eerie about it that the uploader is about to witness firsthand in just a moment, and will surely scare him for the rest of his life. Take a look.
Alright, can you see this thing?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. What's happening with the lights? Because I'm looking
the lights are,
hallway, and I can't see, I literally see nothing.
The lights are off right now. Oh, it just moved. It just moved.
No, it did not.
It just moved. It just moved.
I just heard a weird fucking noise. Please don't tell me that as you said that.
Dude, it just moved.
No.
There is clearly something quite odd that appears in the office building window that the uploader is freaked out by, and understandably so. Take a look at the other videos to see what else was captured.
Don't judge me. Security! I just want to talk. Security! I love this building. This building's so cool.
Did you throw that?
Throw what, dude? I just heard something.
Something just threw across the room.
What?
Dude, something just...
I'm outside the door. I don't have access to that unit.
I don't even think I got it on video. My phone was just angled up, but something just got thrown at the window.
Security! Please open the door. I know you're in there.
Something just got thrown again.
No way, dude. I'm out. I'll be down in a minute. Does anything look broken? Like glass? Security, I know you're in there. What was that?
Yeah, what was that noise?
Dude, that was just behind me.
Was that like a fire alarm or something?
No, dude, it was a squeak noise. Like something just moved behind me. What the dude?
What do you make of these clips? Was there some sort of spirit roaming the halls of the office building that night? If so, what did it want? Be sure to leave your theories in the comment section down below. Taking your dog out for a walk is something that millions of people all around the world do on a daily basis in order for their beloved pet to get some fresh air and some good exercise for the day. It's a very common activity, and one that you would think is totally safe. However, as evidenced by the following video, that's not always the case. In the footage, we watch as a girl walks her dog late at night in a forest. Everything is going completely fine until eventually the dog begins to react to something in the distance, causing the girl to be confused. She scans her surroundings but is unable to see what her dog is so scared of, before eventually continuing on with their nightly walk. But as you're about to see, something is definitely there in the forest with them.
Come on, Bruce. What's up? Come on. Come on. Oi. Come on. Bruce. Come on.
Off to the girl's right, a creepy figure dressed in all black and with a long face and big eyes can be seen standing right near a tree, ominously staring directly at her and her dog. Interestingly, it seems as if the girl did not notice this eerie figure at the time of filming, because whenever her camera pans to the figure in question, she does not have any sort of reaction to the figure standing near her. However, it's more than safe to assume that she noticed it when she got home and reviewed the footage, where she probably got goosebumps all over her body upon realizing that what started off as a nice relaxing stroll with a dog was actually something much more sinister. Judging by the figure's appearance, it is safe to assume that it could be some sort of alien-like creature. So what do you think? Did this young girl manage to film authentic footage of an alien spotted in the woods? Is this some other type of creature, or is this whole thing completely fake? Be sure to let me know your opinion in the comments below. Archivo Extinto is a popular Mexican paranormal investigation type YouTube channel where each video follows the crew as they explore various different abandoned buildings and conduct a wide variety of investigations, all of which prove to be extremely creepy. However, one video has gotten many people talking about just how unsettling it is. The video, which was published to their channel in December of 2021, follows the investigator as he heads out to a strange and deserted farm seemingly in the middle of nowhere. For the first 20 minutes or so of the investigation, all seems to be going well. The place definitely looks to be a bit freaky, but other than that, all is perfectly fine. However, that all changes when the cameraman proceeds to use a device to try to communicate with any potential spirits in the area, which causes two incredibly creepy things to happen just a minute apart from each other. Take a look and have a listen.
¿Dónde estás? ¡Ay, cabrón! ¡Ah, no mames! ¿Qué? ¿Lo grabaste? Mira, mira.
About 8 minutes later, the investigator finds himself inside of a barn that's completely dark inside. It's just the man and his flashlight against an entire building of dark nothingness. What he is able to experience while inside this barn is truly nothing short of absolutely terrifying. Watch this.
No, ya no está, güey. Ya no está.
Although the cameraman is most definitely more than a little freaked out at this point, he nevertheless manages to work up the courage to continue onward with the investigation, at which point he once again attempts to use a device that will allow him to communicate with spirits. He eventually finds a chilling sign that captures his attention, but he isn't able to look into it too deeply because out of nowhere he gets the scare for lifetime.
Cuidado, cuidado.
The cameraman runs away from that nearby area as fast as he can before he can find out what made the piercing screaming noise, which was probably for the best. But this entire video begs the question, what in the world was keeping the folks over at Archivo Extinto company at the Erie farm that night? Who, or rather what, was making that guttural scream noise at the end? These are all mysteries that will likely never be solved. Aston Hall is a Grade 1 listed Jacobean house in Aston, Birmingham, England, designed by John Thorpe and built between 1618 and 1635. It is a leading example of the Jacobean prodigy house. The house was bought in 1864 by Birmingham Corporation, becoming the first historic country house to pass into municipal ownership, and as it turns out, it's also allegedly quite haunted as well, as evidenced by the following TikTok video. In fact, the mansion was named as the UK's top haunted site in October of 2019, according to the Spectrum Paranormal Investigations and National Lottery. The video in question was published by a user named SabCarl8890, who can be seen exploring the fascinating Aston Hall throughout the clip. Approximately the first minute of the footage is relatively normal as we watch the uploader explore the building and all that it has to offer. However, very shortly, things take a seriously dark turn for the worse.
Mary? You mean you no harm? We know you're in there. We've seen you. Where are you, Mary?
Oh my god.
Mary?
I saw that. Did you see it? Oh my god.
Mary?
I saw that. Did you see it?
Then, about 30 seconds later, something else happens inside this exact same room that is sure to make the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
Mary? Are you still in there, Mary? You can come out now. My name's Thomas. Hello.
The two figures seen in this footage actually appear to be the same one, but it could also be two distinct figures together in the same room. Who or what exactly is this figure? Is this a shadow figure, a ghost, or something else entirely? Perhaps this is all a big hoax. We may never know for sure. Sometimes the most terrifying and unsettling videos can be the shortest ones, as documented by the following piece of footage that was uploaded to Reddit by a user named hasbeen42 just a little over a week ago. The footage in question shows two buddies wandering around a forest late at night, seemingly just trying to kick back, relax and have a good time, enjoying all that nature has to offer. However much fun these two friends were having is cut short by a legitimately startling discovery that they make fairly early on in the video, leaving us all to wonder what in the world they just captured. Take a look.
We out here hearing weird noises in the forest. What the fuck? Oh! 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 What the fuck? What the fuck?
Although it can only be seen for a brief moment, if you look just close enough, you can make out what appears to be that of a skinwalker in the flesh, wandering around the trees right near these friends. Of course, this doesn't have to be a skinwalker, but its appearance certainly does resemble one. To this day, none of the friends know for sure what they happened to film that day. What they do know, however, is that it wasn't anything friendly. If you were to take a quick look at Eon Jun's YouTube channel, you would find an assortment of videos relating to the popular Pokemon video game series, which is obviously nothing scary. However, there's one particular video on his channel that certainly stands out like a sore thumb for being absolutely terrifying. In the description of the video, Eon provides a little bit of context, writing, quote, "I was exploring an abandoned nursing home. In the first video, I was just trying to be creepy and posted to TikTok before I realized I actually got something. The second video, I returned with a friend of mine because I wanted to have someone there to share the proof. We weren't prepared to handle what was going to happen." End quote. So now, with all that context out of the way, let's take a look and see what Eon was able to record that day. As Eon walks down the dark and deserted corridor of the abandoned nursing home, a figure appears at the end of the corridor. Whether it's a threat or not is anybody's guess. In the second video that Eon took while in the nursing home, he's walking around the building with his friend, trying to film proof of paranormal activity within the area, and sure enough, he gets exactly what he wished for. Have a listen.
Whatever it is, I need help.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Hey, let's go.
Alright.
I know I saw something, and I know I'm not fucking crazy.
An extremely chilling, demon-like scream can be heard coming from somewhere within the building. But obviously, as soon as the two friends hear this, they try their best to run as fast as they can away from the area to make it out of there alive. Thankfully, they do, but it still doesn't make this piece of footage any less terrifying. What was making that guttural scream? And what was that figure in the first video? These are questions that will never be answered. This next entry is one that is sure to fascinate you and terrify you at the same exact time. It is a deleted Reddit video from a Department of Defense facility. The video in question is rather interesting, albeit eerie and atmospheric. Let's take a look at it.
This is at 16 times speed. You can see it fly over the horizon. I'm going to slow it down here. Now it's just halted in midair. Then shortly I zoom in. This is where I notice it. I'm going to pause here. And that's the object that I zoomed in on. I'm going to play it again. I zoom back out because I really can't believe what I'm seeing. So I zoom back in, and as I zoom back in, it disappears there. It just fades out. And so I zoom back out to make sure that's just not a camera issue. And then it reappears. So I zoom back in immediately, and there it is again. And then as I zoom in this second time, or third time, it disappears again, and unfortunately on this phone camera you can't see it, but it fades off gently to the right. It's very pixelated on this camera. And so I sit here for a second and wait for it to come back, and it doesn't. But it was sitting there for around 4 minutes, and as soon as I started observing it, it disappeared. And I monitored this camera for the rest of the night, and it never came back. So hopefully we can figure this out.
What makes this video even more interesting are the pieces of information provided by commenters, who make this story that much more fascinating. One Reddit user writes, quote, "I went through this guy's profile and comments. He's been active on Reddit over a couple of years. He's definitely in the Air Force. Commented regularly on r/Air Force with all kinds of specifics that only the military will know, so he seems legit to me. I won't post his name because then it might get deleted." End quote. This Reddit user says that he messaged the user for his own safety, saying that, quote, "With all of his comments over the years, I could tell it would be easy to find out who he was." End quote. He says that 5 minutes later, the account had been deleted. Then there's the submission statement, which reads, quote, "Automod deleted OP's video because of the lack of a submission statement, and he never uploaded again." Some of the comments, quote, "Just a few reports from patrolmen that there was an odd energy around, such as being watched, followed. I'm a hard skeptic on their reports due to this video's influence on them at the time." With a local investigation, it was quite inconclusive, but we did rule out a weather balloon, helicopter, inbound aircraft, or personally owned drone. This assumption comes from its overall size, movement pattern, and lumens. And we monitor these cameras 24/7 365 and can easily and confidently ascertain the status of any aircraft in our FOE. We also utilize a Ninja drone detection program that monitors and tracks all drones within a 50 square mile area. The only issue that we had shortly after, around 30 minutes, was radio system disruption for around 20 seconds. End quote. So what do you make of this entry? Personally, I think it is one of the most intriguing things on Reddit in ages, and seems to be one of the most genuine pieces of UFO footage we've seen in ages. Dogs are man's best friend. Millions of people from all around the world own these lovable animals as pets, and because of this, it's our job to make sure that they are always happy and healthy. Unfortunately, this can sometimes be out of our control. Our dogs can be scared of things that we are simply unsure of, as evidenced in this genuinely terrifying video published to TikTok by a woman named Lauren Coombs on September 21st, 2022. The video description reads, quote, "My roommate and I's dogs were acting super alert and protective out of nowhere. I decided